Hey there, Bethany George, follow-up boss. I said last week that I was going to talk about something that I teach a lot on called invite, engage, serve. And I was actually going to start with that this morning and decided there was one more piece that I needed to share with you before I went into that. And that is the myth behind rapport. The reason I wanted to share this first is because if I teach you about how to invite, engage, and serve, and you do it too soon, then it's actually ineffective. It can actually be detrimental. And the whole point of invite, engage, serve is to provide a multifaceted way in order for you to connect with that person and for them to connect with you. You have to do that after some initial connection. Now let me talk a little bit about some terms so we're all on the same page. So when I say that you are connected with somebody, there's lots of different things that can mean, but when I mean connected, I'm talking about something more than just, yes, I'm friended them on Facebook, yes, I'm connected on LinkedIn, and now I have an opportunity to send them messages. That, my friend, is not a connection. That is simply somebody that you happen to have their name for. They don't know you, you don't know them. Do not start trying to engage with them on some sort of systematic process to get them into your business yet. They are not ready. They are in no way ready for you to invite, engage, or serve with them yet. Now, the initial process really is about engaging, but that being said, when I'm talking about those three words, that's a different process later. In sales, oftentimes there's a phrase used, rapport, and they say you need to build rapport with somebody, and that is true. But the myth of rapport is that that is all you need before you launch into a sales pitch. Rapport means you've talked about the weather, you've talked about what's happening today, and you've kind of established your humanity with that person. That is essential because in sales, the tricky part is that many people would sit down with somebody that they wanted to talk with and they would immediately launch into business. And so the term was, the explanation was you need to build rapport first. You need to have some chit chat. You need to have some casual conversation. Yes, this is true. No, it is not enough. Why is it not enough? Because if you simply start talking about chit-chatty things, how's the weather, avoid the snowstorm, how are the kids, something really simple, but you don't actually know this person, and so you can't go anything past what they may share with basically you, a complete stranger, then you are not anywhere close to what I refer to as the trust point. And you must get to the trust point before you can really begin to build a relationship. And a relationship is what your goal is. A relationship is a little fuzzier because a relationship is a warm and fuzzy. That is what you need to develop with that person in some form, and everyone that looks a little differently. But the reason why that is critically important is because in our brain, psychologically, we connect with people that we know, like, and trust. When we know, like, and trust people, we are willing to do more for them. And we create a reciprocity with them. That is created through a relationship. It's so much more than rapport, because again, rapport is stuff that you would talk about with anybody if they're a complete stranger. You cannot be a complete stranger to this person. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. So I want you to think about when you are connecting with people online, offline, wherever you are doing it, what processes you are creating in order to build a relationship and go deeper than a rapport. I actually will talk more about this later on. I'm doing a training in about a week. It's called Getting Out of the Friend Zone. This is very important for those of you who are good at the relationship, but maybe get stuck in this okay, now we're super comfortable with each other and I don't know how to talk about business. Be sure to check that out. So stay tuned. I will talk more about invite, engage, serve, but I want to make sure you had this foundation before I went there.